Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me closely. This isn't just another motivational talk. This is a wake-up call for your soul. Today, I'm here to tell you that it's time to stop attracting demons into your life. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not talking about horned creatures in the shadows. I'm talking about the doubts, the fears, the toxic cycles, and the destructive forces that you are inviting into your world. Guard your mind. What you feed your thoughts becomes your reality. Some of us have been binging on negativity, scrolling through despair, and meditating on every what if until it breaks us down. Stop giving the enemy real estate in your mind. Every fear-filled thought, every limiting belief is an open invitation for destruction. Your mind is the gateway to your future. Everything that you experience in life, every challenge, every success, every disappointment, and every breakthrough begins in the realm of your thoughts. You see, we are the sum total of what we think about all day long. The enemy knows that if he can control your mind, he can control your life. If he can fill your head with fear, confusion, or negativity, then he can pull you further and further away from your true potential. This is why it's crucial to guard your mind with everything you've got. Imagine your mind as a garden. Now, a garden can either be a place of beauty, growth, and life, or it can become a jungle of weeds, thorns, and chaos. What you choose to plant in that garden determines what it will become. If you let negative thoughts grow unchecked, they will take over and choke out everything that was meant to bring you peace, purpose, and progress. Those weeds of doubt, regret, anger, and fear may seem small at first, but when allowed to grow, they will dominate your thoughts and steal your joy, your peace, and your confidence. And over time, you'll find it harder and harder to pull them up because they've grown too deeply rooted in your mind. But the good news is, just as you have the power to let weeds grow, you also have the power to choose what you allow to take root in your mind. It's about intentionality. It's about becoming aware of the thoughts that you entertain. The Bible tells us to take every thought captive. That's not just a nice suggestion, it's a command. Every time a thought enters your mind, whether it's positive or negative, you have the choice to either entertain it or reject it. But too many of us have been allowing our minds to run wild. We think we don't have control over our thoughts, but the truth is we have more power over them than we realize. Every thought that comes to you is an invitation, and an invitation to either build or destroy, to either progress or regress. The power of your mind is not just in what you think, it's in what you focus on. What are you allowing to consume your attention? If you're focused on your failures, your weaknesses, your past mistakes, or the challenges ahead, then you're allowing those things to define you. But if you choose to focus on the possibilities, on the strength you've gained through adversity, on the promises of hope and victory, then those things will shape your future. Your mind is a powerful weapon. When you focus on what you want, instead of what you fear, you will begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Your thoughts will begin to align with your purpose, and when that happens, nothing can stop you. One of the most destructive things we do is let our minds wander into spaces of negativity without realizing the impact. We replay old wounds, old failures, and old hurts as if they still have the power to affect us. But those things are in the past. The enemy wants you to keep reliving them so that they steal your joy in the present. Stop living in the past. Stop holding on to the old thoughts, the old fears, the old habits that kept you stuck. You have to be ruthless with your thinking. Every time a thought enters your mind that doesn't serve your future, you have to reject it. Don't give it space. Don't give it permission. This requires discipline. It requires awareness. It requires you to be vigilant. But the rewards are beyond measure. When you guard your mind, you open up the possibility for peace, for clarity, for focus, and for vision. When you protect your mind from the enemy's lies, you make room for your true thoughts that are aligned with your destiny, with your purpose. Thoughts of possibility, thoughts of hope, thoughts of success. And the more you choose to focus on these thoughts, the more they will shape your reality. The truth is, you're always thinking. Your mind is always at work, whether you're aware of it or not. And if you're not intentionally guarding your thoughts, you're letting everything else in. It's like leaving the doors of your house wide open and inviting anyone in. But when you guard your mind, you become the gatekeeper. You become the one who decides who gets in and who stays out. So today, take control of your mind. Take control of your thoughts. Don't let anyone or anything steal the peace and purpose that belong to you. Your words have the power to shape your life in ways you might not even fully understand. We often take for granted the impact that our speech can have on our thoughts, our relationships, and our future. But let me tell you something, your words are either building you up or tearing you down. The things you speak into existence are not just casual expressions, they are declarations that carry weight and authority. They can either draw you closer to your destiny or push you further from it. When we speak, we are engaging in an act of creation. The Bible tells us that the power of life and death is in the tongue. It's not just a metaphor, it's a spiritual reality. Every time you open your mouth, you are either creating life or inviting destruction. This isn't about some magic formula or empty positivity. It's about understanding that your words have the ability to influence your reality. If you keep speaking failure, you will experience failure. If you keep speaking doubt, you walk in doubt. If you keep speaking fear, fear will dominate your life. The demons you've been battling don't always come in the form of external enemies. They often come from your own words, your own declarations, your own self-talk. It's easy to get caught up in a cycle of negativity. You wake up and immediately think this is going to be a hard day, or I don't know how I'm going to get through this. But do you realize that by speaking those things, you're setting the tone for the day? You're inviting struggle, you're inviting hardship. Now, I'm not saying that every single challenge can be avoided with just positive words, but when you speak with faith, when you speak with purpose, you are aligning yourself with possibilities instead of limitations. You are planting seeds of hope in the soil of your spirit. The enemy thrives on fear, on doubt, on words of defeat. But you have a choice. You can choose to speak life instead. Think about the last time you said something like, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, or this always happens to me. When you speak those words, you are reinforcing the belief that you're powerless. You are giving the demons of doubt and insecurity permission to settle in your heart. You are speaking weakness into existence. But on the flip side, when you declare, I am capable, or I will overcome this, or this is not my final chapter, you invite strength, resilience, and victory into your life. You're no longer agreeing with your circumstances, but you're agreeing with your God-given potential, and that changes everything. Let's take a moment to consider how often we speak negativity over ourselves without even realizing it. How many times have you said things like, I'm just not lucky, or things never go my way, or I'll always be stuck in this place? Every time you utter these words, you are literally agreeing with the forces of darkness that want to keep you stagnant, that want to keep you from moving forward. But when you speak faith-filled words, you are pushing back against those forces. You are telling them no more. I refuse to be defined by my circumstances. I'm walking in the victory that's already been won for me. It's essential to recognize that your words are a reflection of your thoughts, and your thoughts are a reflection of what you believe. If you want to change your reality, you have to change what you're thinking about. And once you change what you think about, your words will naturally follow. If you believe you are destined for greatness, you will speak with confidence. If you believe you are more than a conqueror, your words will align with that truth. This isn't just about affirmations, it's about aligning your words with what is true about you, what is true about your potential, and what is true about your future. The challenge here is to become conscious of what you are speaking, to be intentional with your words. Are you speaking words that align with your vision, your purpose, and your values? Or are you allowing the circumstances of the moment to dictate your speech? The more you align your words with truth, the more you will see those words come to life in your life. When you speak in faith, you are activating the power within you to create the future you desire. It's a powerful principle that can change your world. When you speak words of life, you are inviting God's power, His favor, and His grace into your life. You are partnering with the divine to bring about transformation. So I want to challenge you today, guard your mouth. Speak words of life, of encouragement, of purpose, and of victory. The more you speak life over yourself, over your circumstances, and over others, the more you will see transformation in every area of your life. If you want to transform your life, if you want to elevate your mind and your spirit to a place of growth and peace, then you must detox your environment. You see, your environment, your surroundings, the people you associate with, the places you frequent, and the energy you allow to fill your space has a profound impact on who you are and who you're becoming. Too often, we fail to realize how much influence our environment has on our mindset, our behaviors, and even our spiritual health. We can have the best intentions, but if we are consistently surrounded by negativity, toxicity, and unproductive influences, we will inevitably struggle to grow, to thrive, and to live out the fullness of our potential. Think about it. If you plant a seed in soil that is poor, filled with rocks, or contaminated with toxins, that seed will not thrive. It may try to grow, but it will be stunted, weak, and unable to reach its full potential. Similarly, if you are consistently in an environment that is negative, toxic, or filled with unhealthy influences, you will struggle to grow spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Just like a plant needs fertile soil to flourish, you need a fertile environment, a space that nourishes your dreams, your ambitions, and your purpose. You cannot expect to walk in greatness if you're constantly surrounded by people who don't believe in you, people who are quick to criticize, or people who feed on gossip, drama, and negativity. Sometimes the biggest obstacles to your progress are not external circumstances. Influences your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy. But the toxic relationships and environments that you allow to persist in your life, people who drain you, discourage you, and keep you stuck in a place of mediocrity, are not the people who should have a place in your inner circle. The environment you keep matters because it. Have you ever noticed how your mood changes depending on the people you're around? If you're around people who are uplifting, supportive, and full of faith, you feel encouraged, inspired, and motivated. But when you're around negativity, whether it's from people, situations, or places, it can bring you down, make you feel exhausted, and even cause you to lose sight of your goals. This is why it's so crucial to carefully select the people you allow into your life. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to be better, who hold you accountable, who encourage you to reach higher, and who push you towards your purpose. They don't have to be perfect, but they must be people who are moving in the same direction as you, who want to see you succeed and who are not threatened by your progress. It's not just about the people either. The places you go, the media you consume, the conversations you engage in, all of these things play a part in shaping who you are. If you fill your mind with the constant noise of negativity, drama, and confusion, your spirit will become clouded. If you spend your time in environments that are filled with tension, strife, and fear, it becomes much harder to keep your peace. On the other hand, if you fill your life with beauty, peace, inspiration, and positive energy, you'll find yourself more capable of rising above the distractions and challenges that come your way. Detoxing your environment means making intentional choices to eliminate what no longer serves you. Sometimes that means saying goodbye to people who bring negativity into your life. Other times it may mean stepping away from certain situations or habits that keep you in a cycle of discouragement and failure. You have the power to control your environment. You can choose what you expose yourself to, and you can choose who you allow to speak into your life. This is where self-awareness and self-respect come into play. You have to value yourself enough to know when something or someone is no longer beneficial to your growth. You have to have the courage to cut ties with people, places, and habits that keep you bound to your past, keep you stuck in your limitations, and prevent you from stepping into the fullness of your purpose. Detoxing your environment requires strength, discipline, and clarity of vision, but the benefits are immeasurable. When you detox your environment, you are creating space for new opportunities, new connections, and new growth. You are preparing yourself to receive all that God has for you. You are making room for peace, for joy, and for a deeper connection to your true self. A healthy, positive, and supportive environment creates the conditions for your dreams to flourish. It's like clearing away the clutter and letting the sunlight into your life. You can think more clearly, act with more confidence, and pursue your purpose with more passion. Remember, your environment is either lifting you up or pulling you down. Choose wisely and take the time to create an environment that nourishes your soul, your body, and your mind. Detoxing your environment is one of the most powerful ways you can take control of your future. It is the first step toward creating a life that reflects your highest potential and is the key to unlocking the doors of opportunity and growth that are waiting for you. You were not born by accident. You were not thrown into this world without purpose or reason. There is a divine blueprint, a higher calling, a specific purpose for your life that has been intricately designed. But in order to walk in that purpose, you must know who you are. When you understand your identity, when you truly grasp the power and potential that lies within you, no force in the world can stop you. The world may try to define you, but the moment you understand who you are beyond the labels, beyond the opinions, beyond the struggles, you become unstoppable. So who are you? You are more than your mistakes. You are more than your failures. You are more than your past. Your identity is not defined by the things you've been through, but by the power you possess within you to rise above them. Too many people walk through life as if they are defined by their circumstances, by the things they've been through, by the opinions others have of them. But your true identity is rooted in something far deeper, something eternal. You are a masterpiece created with purpose, designed for greatness, and destined to leave a mark on this world. Too often we allow ourselves to be shaped by the voices of others, by the limitations imposed by the world around us. We let other people define who we are. They tell us we are not good enough, not smart enough, not worthy enough. But the truth is, none of those opinions matter unless you accept them. The only opinion matters is the one that comes from the creator of your soul. When you know who you are in God, when you know what He has spoken over your life, then the opinions of others become irrelevant. You are no longer bound by their judgments or expectations. You are free to walk in your own truth, in your own purpose, and in the unique destiny that was written for you before the foundations of the earth. You must also realize that understanding your identity gives you the strength to endure the challenges that come your way. When you know who you are, you can face adversity with confidence. The storm may rage, the winds may blow, and the waves may rise, but when you know your identity, you stand firm. Your sense of self is unshakable because it is rooted in something far greater than the circumstances around you. It's rooted in a deeper understanding of your worth, your power, and your purpose. You are not a victim of your circumstances, you are a conqueror. You are not defined by what happens to you, but by how you respond to it. But knowing your identity isn't just about personal empowerment, it's about walking in your purpose. You were created to make a difference. There is something in you that this world desperately needs, and if you don't step into that calling, the world will be deprived of something extraordinary. You were not born to blend in, you were born to stand out. You were not created to live an ordinary life, but to walk in the extraordinary path that has been laid before you. When you truly understand who you are, you will no longer settle for mediocrity. You will no longer allow fear or doubt to hold you back. You will push through barriers, you will face obstacles with courage, and you will overcome every challenge because you know that your identity is tied to a greater purpose. Understanding your identity also means embracing your uniqueness. You are not meant to be like everyone else. There are gifts and talents within you that are unlike anyone else's. Stop trying to fit into molds that weren't designed for you. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs you, the authentic, original version of yourself. When you know who you are, you stop comparing yourself to others. You stop measuring your success against someone else's journey. Your life is not about being better than someone else. It's about being the best version of yourself. It's about fulfilling the purpose that only you can fulfill because you are the only one who has been equipped to do so. When you know your identity, you also know your value. You understand that you are worthy of success, worthy of love, and worthy of everything good that comes your way. Too many people settle for less because they don't understand their worth. They allow themselves to be treated poorly, to accept disrespect, and to live beneath their potential because they don't know the value they carry. But once you realize your worth, you begin to demand more from life. You begin to set boundaries that honor your worth. You begin to seek relationships that build you up, and you begin to walk in a level of excellence that matches the greatness inside you. So today I challenge you to embrace your identity. Know who you are, who you truly are, and let that understanding fuel your actions, your choices, and your life. Don't let the world define you. Don't let your circumstances determine your worth. Step into the fullness of who you are and walk with the confidence that comes from knowing that you are uniquely designed for greatness. The moment you understand your identity, everything changes. You become a force to be reckoned with. You become a person who is unstoppable, a person who walks in power, purpose, and destiny. And when you do that, you will begin to see doors open, opportunities unfold, and blessings overflow in ways you never thought possible. In this journey of life, we are all going to face moments of struggle, disappointment, and hardship. We cannot avoid challenges. They are a natural part of the human experience. But here's the truth, your challenges don't define you. How you respond to them is what shapes your future. Every obstacle you encounter, every setback you face is an opportunity to either rise or fall. And it's not about the challenges themselves, it's about your response to them that determines your trajectory in life. The power to overcome is not in the circumstances, but in the strength you find within yourself to push through. What we fail to realize sometimes is that resilience is a choice. We often think that resilience is something you're either born with or not, but that's not true. Resilience is a muscle that you develop over time. It's built through the challenges you face and the way you choose to respond to them. Life will never be without hardship, but the beautiful thing is that every time you face difficulty, you have the choice to either allow it to break you or allow it to make you stronger. You are not a victim of your circumstances, you are a warrior, and your challenges are the battlefield where you rise to claim victory. There is strength inside you that you have yet to tap into. Often we believe that our limits have been reached when we are hit with difficulty, but the truth is, our limits are far beyond what we can imagine. Every time you think you can't take another step, you have more strength inside of you than you realize. You have the power to rise up, to keep going, to keep fighting, even when you feel like you can't. And the reason is simple: the greater the struggle, the greater the strength. Every trial you face is not meant to break you, but to build you, to refine you, to prepare you for something greater. Every challenge, no matter how difficult, is a stepping stone on the path to your destiny. One of the greatest keys to overcoming challenges is perspective. How you see your problems will determine how you respond to them. If you see your struggles as obstacles that are impossible to come, they will feel overcome. They will feel overwhelming. But if you shift your perspective and view them as opportunities for growth, you will begin to see them differently. Every difficulty is a chance to learn, to grow, and to become more than you were before. The battles you face today are preparing you for the victories of tomorrow. You are not being punished, you are being equipped for something greater. It's also important to remember that you don't have to face your challenges alone. We are meant to be in community, to lean on others when we are weak and to help others when they are struggling. The people around you, those who support, uplift, and encourage you, are invaluable. You don't have to be strong all the time. There is strength in vulnerability, in asking for help, in admitting that you need others. Resilience is not about going through hard times in isolation. It's about having the courage to seek support and the humility to recognize that you can't do everything on your own. Sometimes the most difficult part of overcoming challenges is letting go of the things that no longer serve you. You have to let go of the past, of the regrets, of the things that have weighed you down for too long. You cannot move forward while holding on to the baggage of yesterday. The only way to truly rise is to release what is holding you back. This may mean forgiving others, forgiving yourself, or simply releasing the hurt, anger, or fear that has been holding you in a place of stagnation. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting, it means freeing yourself from the emotional weight that has been keeping you stuck. When you choose to release, you allow space for healing, for growth, and for the power to move forward. You also need to stay focused on your vision. When challenges arise, it's easy to become distracted and lose sight of the bigger picture. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the immediate problem and forget the dream, the purpose, and the destination that lie ahead. But staying focused on your vision, keeping your eyes fixed on what you are ultimately striving toward, will give you the strength to keep going. The road may be hard, but the destination is worth it. You have a purpose to fulfill, a calling to answer, and the challenges you face are simply the obstacles you must overcome to get to where you're meant to be. Finally, remember that your breakthrough is often just one step away. When you're in the middle of a challenge, it may feel like the end is nowhere in sight. But keep pressing on. Keep taking one step at a time, even when it's hard. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Every step you take toward overcoming is a step closer to victory. The strength you gain from facing adversity, the lessons you learn, and the wisdom you acquire are all part of the process. You are becoming who you were always meant to be, and every challenge you face is a part of your story, a story that will inspire others and glorify the strength within you. So when the challenges come, and they will remember that you are more than capable of overcoming them. You have everything within you to rise above. Keep going, keep believing, keep fighting. You are stronger than you know, and your victory is on the horizon. It's easy to get lost in the noise of this world, to become distracted by all the things that are constantly pulling for your attention. In the midst of the hustle and bustle, it's easy to forget the importance of prayer. But let me tell you something, prayer is not just a religious practice or a ritual to go through. It is the very lifeline to your strength, your peace, and your purpose. Prayer is where you draw your power from. It's in prayer that you connect with your Creator, find clarity in the midst of confusion, and receive direction for your life. Prayer is not just about asking for what you need. It's about building a relationship, understanding your divine purpose, and aligning yourself with God's will. When you pray, you are not merely speaking into the air. You are speaking to the one who knows you better than anyone else, the one who created you with a purpose in mind, the one who holds your future in his hands. Prayer is the place where your will and God's will align. It is in those quiet moments of prayer that your heart begins to understand the deeper calling that God has placed on your life. When you make time for prayer, you are opening the door for the Holy Spirit to guide you, to strengthen you, and to help you overcome anything that stands in your way. Too often, people treat prayer as a last resort. They wait until they are overwhelmed, stressed out, or in a crisis before they turn to God. But prayer is not meant to be a desperation tactic. It's meant to be a daily practice, a vital part of your life. You need to make prayer a priority, not just when you need help, but every single day. Even when things are going well, even when you feel like you have everything under control, prayer keeps you grounded. It keeps you in a posture of humility, reminding you that you are not in control of everything, that God is sovereign and has the perfect plan for your life. One of the most powerful things about prayer is that it brings peace. Life will always have its struggles, its ups and downs, and its challenges. But when you pray, you invite God's peace into your life. You release your burdens, your worries, your anxieties, and trust that He will take care of them. Prayer doesn't always change your circumstances, but it changes your heart. It changes your perspective. It allows you to look at your situation through God's eyes, to see the bigger picture and to understand that everything is working together for your good. Prayer also empowers you to keep going when you feel like giving up. When life gets hard and the weight of the world seems to be pressing down on you, prayer strengthens you to keep moving forward. It gives you the energy and resilience to push past your limitations and love the challenges. Through prayer, you receive God's strength to endure, to be patient, and to keep trusting in His timing. It's in those moments when you feel like you can't go any further, prayer becomes your source of power. You are reminded that God is with you, that He's never left you, and that He will give you everything you need to overcome. Prayer also has the power to change your heart. When you spend time in prayer, you begin to see things differently. You begin to see people differently. God's heart for you becomes your heart for others. Prayer helps you let go of bitterness, anger, and unforgiveness, replacing those feelings with love, compassion, and grace. It softens your heart, allowing you to extend kindness and mercy to those around you, just as God has extended to you. Another incredible thing about prayer is that it aligns you with God's purpose for your life. There's no way to truly understand your purpose without connecting with the one who created you. Your purpose is not something you figure out on your own. It's something that is revealed to you as you spend time in His presence. In prayer, you seek His will, and in return, He reveals the next steps for your life. When you feel lost, confused, or uncertain about your future, prayer is the compass that points you in the right direction. It brings clarity, and it ensures that your steps are ordered according to His plan. Lastly, prayer is a weapon. In the spiritual battles we face, prayer is one of the most powerful tools we have. The enemy wants to keep you discouraged, distracted, and disconnected from God. But prayer breaks those strongholds. When you pray, you invite the presence of God into your life. And His presence is a force that the enemy cannot stand against. Prayer helps you stand firm in the face of trials, challenges, and temptations. It empowers you to resist the lies of the enemy and walk in victory. So if you're facing a battle today, don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until you feel like you can't take another step. Start praying now. Make prayer a priority in your life, not just as a way to get through tough times, but as a way to live in constant connection with the one who created you. When you make prayer a habit, it transforms everything. It transforms your mindset, your attitude, and your life. You will walk in peace, in power, and in purpose, knowing that you are never alone. With God by your side and prayer as your lifeline, you can face anything that comes your way. As we come to the close of this journey, let me remind you of the incredible power that lies within you. You were not born to settle for less, to live a life full of defeat, fear, and limitation. You were born for greatness, born to break free from the chains of negativity, born to walk in purpose and power. Stop attracting demons into your life by choosing to align yourself with the right environment, the right mindset, and the right people. Understand who you are, rise above your challenges, and take hold of your destiny. When you detox your environment, you create space for your greatness to flourish. When you understand your identity, you step into the fullness of who you were created to be. When you embrace resilience, you develop the strength to overcome anything that comes your way. When you make prayer a priority, you tap into the source of your strength, peace, and direction. This journey is not about perfection, but about progress. It's not about the absence of struggle, but about your ability to rise stronger and wiser every time you face adversity. Now is the time to stop allowing anything or anyone to pull you down. Stop attracting what doesn't serve your purpose. Step into your calling. Walk in your power. Rise above the noise and distractions. You have everything you need to fulfill your purpose, to live your dreams, and to make an impact. Trust that you are equipped for every challenge, that you are destined for every victory, and that you are never alone on this journey. You are a force to be reckoned with, and the world needs what you have to offer. So let go of what holds you back. Free yourself from the chains of fear, doubt, and negativity. Step forward in faith, with confidence in who you are and in the divine purpose that drives you. The best is yet to come, and your victory is on the horizon. Keep pushing, keep praying, and keep believing, because you are unstoppable.